Hey, what is going on, guys? You are watching Matt the Musketeer, and today I have some scavenger mode gameplay for you. But before I jump into the gameplay and explain what was going on, there's a few things I want to talk to you guys about. Now, first off, I want to say thank you and hello to all my new subscribers, about 700 of you in the past 3 days. I have been overwhelmed by that. It's really blown my mind. A lot of you have come across from Pixel Enemy from my Becoming a PC Gamer series, so thank you to that. Thank you for coming across and supporting my channel. Thank you for liking all my videos and all the comments you've been giving me. It does help me out a lot, and I do enjoy hearing your feedback. So I hope in the future we can keep this budding relationship going and you can enjoy all the content that I'm putting out for you guys. Now, a lot of you guys are asking about the competition I'm holding. Of course, I did mention that I have a copy of Assassin's Creed 3, Far Cry 3 and Borderlands 2 to give away. And I'll be giving those away in the month of February. I'll be giving away one each week over a period of a month or so. So stay tuned for that. If you're subscribed, you have yourself a chance to win a copy of one of those. Now, the gameplay in today's video is from a game of scavenger mode on Markaz Monolith. And I've been playing my good friend Damo. And in the previous games, we hadn't been using any tactics or any plans. And we hadn't even been communicating over Skype or TeamSpeak. But because we knew each other personally and we played a lot of games together in the past, you begin to understand a person's personal playstyle and the way they'll react to a certain situation. So even in a game like Scavenger Mode, where you can't use medipacks or the defibrillators, you can't revive your teammates, and you can't use spawn beacons, you can't use ammo drops, so it's not the most tactical game mode in the world. If you're playing with someone who you can understand their playstyle and how they'll react to a certain situation, and you can rely on their firepower and accuracy, then I think you can have quite a successful game. Now, during this game, something begun to happen to me, which happens a lot during games of Scavenger Mode on Markaz Monolith, and maybe this is something that you guys can relate to and have had it happen to you quite a lot in the past. Now, I'm not going to call this a tips or tricks video because I don't really like giving out advice on how to play the game. I think that's down to your own personal experience and how you like to go about things, so I wouldn't class this as a tips or advice video, but I'm just going to tell you about the situation we were in and how we switched up our playstyle to try and overcome the situation. Now, this was a particularly long game with over 700 tickets in the match, and as the game went on, the enemies slowly started to lock themselves down in the tower in the centre of the map. Now, for any of you guys who don't know, Markaz Monolith has a 4-storey tower right in the centre of the map, which is accessible by escalators going up the different levels. Now, what makes this tower very susceptible to camping is that all the different escalators have a clear line of sight to the top level, which makes it very easy for anybody to sit on the top floor and pick out anyone who's trying to come and take them out. After my team had a few failed attempts at trying to rush in and flush the enemy out of the tower, me and Damo decided to take a different tactic to try and beat the enemy. Now, on Markaz Monolith, there are 5 different flag capture points, with only one being within the tower. So for the enemy to camp out inside the tower actually has no strategic advantage for taking the flags. So we decided to do the best thing to get rid of the campers, and that was to completely ignore them. We made it our own personal mission to capture and hold the D and E flag, whilst other members of our team kept the A and C flag at the far end of the map. This left the enemy the B flag within inside the tower. Now, this gave us a tactical advantage of owning the majority of the spawn points. Now, as you can see here, there were a few stragglers of the enemy team who were trying to take out some of these different flag points. And by using this tactic of keeping ourselves in and around the D and E flag meant that we were staying as far away from the tower as possible. Once Damo and I had captured these flags, we then began to move between the two locations, allowing small amounts of the non-camping enemy team to move back in and capture one of the flags. Now, this may not seem like a good idea, but it then allowed us to go back to the area and recapture the flag again, maximising the amount of points we could achieve. Now, the whole time we were doing this, Damo and I tried to completely ignore the B flag, which was being held by the enemy within inside the tower. Now, by doing this, we were starving the snipers and the campers within the tower of any kind of kills. The whole premises of camping is based upon the enemy putting themselves in an advantageous position where they can take you out with ease and without any risk to their own life. So by completely ignoring the enemy, we're drawing them into our situation and making them fight on our terms. Now, we've been trying to use this tactic for about 10-15 minutes at this point, and it was slowly starting to work. We were luring the enemy into this side of the map. As you can see, they'd taken back this flag here, and we were slowly moving between the two and recapturing them and bringing the enemy out of the tower. Now, the advantage in this for us was because we had the majority of the flags in the area and the majority of our team in the area, it meant that we had a lot of different spawn locations that were quick and easy to access within the fighting area, whilst a lot of the enemy was still spawning back at the tower, which meant if they were killed, they were being easily overrun as they couldn't get back to the situation at this side of the map quickly. So for us, this was a real key advantage of being able to overrun and swarm the enemy at these flags very quickly, as you can see in the following clips. So as you guys enjoy the last of this gameplay, there are a few last things I want to talk to you guys about. Once again, I want to say hello and thank you to all my new subscribers, and say thank you for the constant feedback and support that I am receiving on my Becoming a PC Gamer series. in the comment section for that series, I'm getting a lot of requests to do a premium build episode, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So in the next week or so, I'll be dropping a Becoming a PC Gamer premium build, so stay tuned for that. That should be pretty cool. And of course, I'll be updating with the second episode of Far Cry 3 The Outpost, trying to take out the Outpost with a top rated comment from you guys, which should be pretty fun, so stay tuned for that as well. And in the meantime, guys, if you guys could give me a like and a comment if you've enjoyed this video, it does help me out a lot. I always love hearing your feedback from what you guys have enjoyed or maybe not enjoyed, so please give me a comment below if you would like to. A like always helps me out a lot. And in the meantime, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.